to Take a Pitch, the greatest baseball show in the world. How you doing?
And low key there on the intro.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I need to save the energy.
Yeah, I can tell you're gonna get fired up on a couple of these.
Oh, we'll see.
What do you got there, Dr. Pepper?
No, it's the Pepsi Nitro.
How is that?
It's pretty good. It's different, very different.
Haven't had it yet.
It feels like a Guinness.
Interesting.
But it doesn't even really taste like it tastes kind of like a Pepsi. I don't know. It's weird. It's cool though. It's good. I like it.
I'll give it a shot, honestly.
You should. You like cream soda?
Love cream soda.
You'll like it then.
Really?
Yeah. Get the vanilla.
Huh.
It's fire. It tastes
vanilla
like,
Pepsi?
Yeah, it's vanilla nitro Pepsi.
Gotcha. All right.
There's a can.
What is that?
That's the can.
It's kind of dope, actually.
Yeah. It's good. It's really good.
By the way, we're not sponsored by Pepsi yet. But
yeah.
if you want to,
Yeah, come through. What's up?
Link in bio.
So anyway.
While you're at it, you might as well, to mention the link in bio, just like, comment, subscribe. There'll be plenty of times for you to comment. Lots of stuff coming. Recording a little later than usual. So you have more stuff to cover.
Yes.
Like, comment, subscribe, rate, review, download, do all that stuff. Follow the socials at Take a Pitch. We're on TikTok now.
Yes, that's right.
We're on
we're
on goddamn TikTok, man.
Gotta add that. Gotta add that to the
link.
To the link thing.
Yeah, we're on TikTok at Take a Pitch. We keep it fucking simple for y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got that lucky.
Just take a pitch. It's plain and simple.
At Take a Pitch. We got 2 videos up.
It's a good name.
They've both been posted on our Twitter and Instagram, I believe. But older videos, we'll try and make some new content when the weather gets a little less windy out. It's been fucking windy, man.
Hopefully get some more live content.
It's been windy.
Hopefully. It has been windy. I mean, today wasn't bad.
No, but I've been seeing a lot of fly balls, especially at City Field, just die.
Yeah. It's also been stormy.
It has.
Could we address that
the
thunder
and lightning
the other day? 2 days ago? 3 days ago? 2 days ago. It
literally woke me up.
Dude, me too.
5 minutes before my alarm was supposed to go off, but
the entire house rattled. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, we getting bombed right now
on top. Yeah,
dude, it had to have, right? I thought it hit my fucking house. That's how fucking crazy it was. That shit was nuts.
I was genuinely afraid one of my bobbleheads was gonna fall.
You have them over your head?
I have a little space between the wall and my bed,
right?
So it'll fall in the space. I've already lost 1 shelf full of bobbleheads. I can't afford another one. I got the Brett Beatty bobblehead though from the Cyclones.
That's right.
Haven't opened it yet.
You went on Saturday?
I went Saturday, yeah.
Yeah.
And met up with Sean Mernon.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Sean. It was a nice time. 𝒂𝒃𝒆 was working, so I went with him and got myself a bobblehead.
Yeah.
Might have to go get a 𝒑𝒂𝒅𝒆 bobblehead when the time comes.
Yeah.
But real quick, that game took 2 hours and like 15 minutes.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's it?
Really quick game, minor league baseball. Obviously, it's a ton of fun. But then this past Tuesday night, Tuesday night, the 3rd, the second game of the Mets doubleheader took 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Games are flying, man.
Some do.
I can't get to enjoy it anymore.
Some are flying, some are not.
Because they cut beer sales after the 7th. It's like 45 minutes after the first pitch at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
it's crazy.
It's what it is.
Anyway,
you are talking about the Mets, so we'll dive right into it.
Man, everybody talking about the Mets.
At this point, though, everybody knows the situation, but we haven't talked about it.
No.
I mean, you and I have talked about it. But besides that, we haven't talked about it on the podcast.
No, we haven't.
So, first and foremost, it was a fucked situation. The Mets have been hit. At that point, it was 18 and 19 games, or
19 and 18 games.
It wasn't more than the games.
Was it?
No.
I thought it was.
No, it was always one less than the amount of games played.
So it was 18 and 19.
Because I know a couple days on Monday, someone got hit, and it was 20 and 21, or Sunday it was 20 and 21.
And then Canham got plunked. It like hit the elbow guard, but they didn't call it.
That's right.
On Tuesday.
Yeah. Yesterday. So,
which is another topic we'll talk about is the umpiring this year. It's been brutal.
Yeah,
we'll get to that though.
So, let's bring up the clip.
And it's up and in, and you had to know that was coming. And Arenado nods out at Lopez as if to say, I knew, and now he says, come get me. And here we go. You knew something was going to happen, and here it is. Both benches empty, and they are really going at it now. This has been brewing for the last couple of days. And after J.D. Davis got drilled in the ankle, bodies start to fly. And it's Cabrera who hit J.D. Davis is right in the middle of it.
That's Pete in the middle of it.
Yohan Lopez, brand new to this team.
So,
before we get into anything, I know you know what I was laughing at. Oh, Goldschmidt runs like he has to take a shit. That dude's got to be holding in a fucking log.
He runs interesting, and he runs well for his size and for first base.
And for his style, yeah.
Well,
he was running like he was holding in a mess of shit. It was.
Yeah, he runs very interesting. But so
That's the raw reaction to that video.
Let's for you listeners, go to YouTube and check us out. Since you didn't get to, you only got to hear a little muttering and Gary Cohen, the great Gary
First
Cohen.
All, you're blessed to hear Gary Cohen.
Yeah, you got to hear him call it. Go watch it.
The pitch to Arenado was high and tight, but it wasn't even close to, I'd say, where it should have been that level of reaction. Arenado is one of those guys who doesn't back down from a challenge or a fight.
Right.
But I feel like that will end up hurting him and impacting his decision making, especially in this case, because it wasn't that close to him. At what point do you say, okay, these guys are just gonna keep getting hit and take it? Like, no. Intent doesn't matter after a while.
Right.
Realistically, pitching inside is something you have to do in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Because if these guys get their arms extended, you're in trouble. Arenado is a fantastic hitter. You can't let him get his arms extended. And that goes into what happened in the Phillies series with Schwarber and anyone else, really. You can't let any of those guys, Kyle Schwarber especially, get their arms extended. If Schwarber gets his arm extended and makes contact and barrels a ball, you're not seeing that baseball again.
All you have to do is throw a fastball and he's going to barrel it up. But so now let me ask you, wouldn't that go both ways then, though? Can't you make that argument against the Mets as to why all these players are getting hit? That the pitchers are coming inside? Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
That they're coming inside to neutralize them.
No doubt. And again, guys like Marte and Pete, you have to pitch them inside. But at what point is pitching inside and not being able to command a fastball? Where's that line?
Okay.
A lot of these pitchers, especially throughout the league, really, there are some guys who really shouldn't be on major league rosters yet because of the expanded rosters going into the season with the shortened spring training and this and that. A lot of these guys shouldn't.
Pitcher, though.
Right. but you're also looking at some how bad some of these teams are, like the Nationals.
Right. Agree and disagree. So I think that the entire thing is to blame on development all the way through.
Yeah, I was going to get to that too, but
well, we'll get to it now. So
yeah,
especially like, and nowadays from young all the way to the major leagues, little league, whatever, they are teaching just velocity. That's all they care about. I mean, if that's what you're going to do, whatever, nobody can control that. That's what the pros
that's
want.
The problem.
It is. And that's, if that's what the pros want, that's what the pros want, So there's nothing you can do about it. But
I mean, here's my question.
Mhm.
What did Greg Maddux top out at? 90, 94, 95?
yeah, I don't even know.
Kyle Hendricks tops out at 92.
Mhm.
What did Tom Glavine top out at? 95? If that?
I'm thinking probably Greg Maddux. Greg Maddux was a very, very much so in the high 80s, maybe low 90s a little bit. Same thing with Glavine. Different game back then, though. Obviously.
But again, yes, it was a different game, no doubt. But I think up until Pedro or Randy Johnson, the game was all about locating it. Nobody cared about speed, velo on it, or anything like that.
I mean, I'd say that location mattered a lot up until 8 to 10 years ago.
Okay. But between Pedro and Randy Johnson, those two are the first hard throwing control guys too. And they started their careers out a little wild.
Yes, but you're going with arguably two of the best pitchers of all time, But in my mind, they're the two best of all time.
Right. But we argue that because they were able to control their pitches, change speeds, and they have the drastic speed difference going from a 98 mile an hour fastball to a 78 mile an hour change or whatever it was.
Right.
They had the weapons to be able to do that.
Right.
So you see Pedro and Randy Johnson, 98, 99, 100 on the black, dotting these pitches. I want to throw hard like Pedro. Okay, cool. You can throw hard, fine, but Pedro locates. Oh, Randy Johnson, 100 miles an hour, you killed a bird. Okay, Randy Johnson locates. These guys locate, and it's like the home run surge. Home runs are flashy.
It's
but
an
it's
entire.
Not
the game's all about power right now.
Right. It's not a fundamental game anymore. That's
what they want. That's what they think the fans want as a whole, So that's what they go for. That's clearly what MLB wanted. I mean, I do think it is a little unfair to compare a guy like Steve Cishek to Pedro Martinez and Randy Johnson.
Right.
I get what you're saying, but
I mean, those are obviously extreme examples, but
well, yeah, like I said, you are talking about two of the greatest pitchers of all time.
Right.
And there's different styles, obviously, of pitchers and everything that goes into it. But I mean, I think that the real big problem here isn't necessarily the hit batsman. It's the up and in shots, the head shots, the over the shoulders. How do you think that they should address that?
Realistically, if you really want to get into it now, I don't think I consider myself a baseball purist or an old school guy. Maybe I do. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. I don't know.
I think a lot of people would consider you more of a purist,
an old school guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, to me, if you let a hitter get comfortable, you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's not to say throw at his head. Not saying that at all. But if you want to get a pitch up and in, give him a little warning shot, knock him back a little bit, I have no problem with that.
Right.
My problem is when you can't command that pitch and you let it get away from you, and it ends up being the guy in the head. Now, after this incident, you had two totally different reactions from Buck and Ollie Marmol.
Yes.
And it's very much a old school, new school.
Yeah, 100%.
Buck said our guy, simply put, our guy got hit in the head and went to first base, and he has a fantastic point.
Yeah.
He got beamed in the head, looked out, said something, and went to first base. That's it. Fine. Arenado gets a little too close for comfort, and he's throwing Tomas Nido to the ground.
Right.
Like, my guy, relax a little bit. And then Marmol's like, "Oh, when you get up to the head area, you get some guys, laying there with blood spilling out." Like, that's pretty fucking, first off, disturbing. That's where your mind goes. A little concerned that you should probably seek help. But I don't know. I think the Cardinals were embellishing it a bit.
Boils were, tensions were obviously going to boil over. It was obviously inevitable at some point. But you also didn't answer my question. Would you, as Major League Baseball, do anything? Is what I meant.
No. I mean, there's nothing you can do.
No.
At the end of the day, no, because like I said, at the end of the day, you don't want the hitter to get comfortable if you're a pitcher.
I know.
Now,
I'm saying.
And Major League Baseball's done enough to handicap pitchers already as is, with the lack of sticky stuff or not developing a substance for pitchers.
Yep.
Switching the balls around, this and that.
Well, that could be an answer right there.
No doubt.
Get something that works.
Right, and that's something that we've been advocating for the last year.
Because a lot of the big problem, especially early in the season, it's cold. Guys aren't going to be sweating, that much up in the Northeast, up in the North
or
in general.
Colorado, yeah,
anywhere that it is cold. So, guys aren't going to be sweating to get that tack from the rosin, right? So there's an issue.
Right.
They need to fix that. Do you think that you don't think that there should be any repercussions for hitting a guy shoulders and up?
Everything is situational, like it's you can't judge intent, obviously.
But then you also
you'd like to hope that no one's intentionally hitting anyone high and tight.
But they have rules to protect the catchers. They have rules to protect the second base and shortstop. And the only one that was intentional to hurt somebody, most likely anyway, was Chase Utley in second base. Right. You can't say that what was his name? Cousins that hit Posey, right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was Cousins on the Marlins. He didn't have the intent of hurting Buster Posey. It was a rule to truck the catcher. Posey was there, and
back then that's what you did.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're saying back then. It was like Buster Posey, who retired already.
It was 11 years ago. It's a long time.
I'm saying back then.
It's a long time ago, man. But so you don't think that they should have something to protect the hitters?
I think realistically, the controlled substance for pitchers to get a better grip would protect hitters as well.
I agree.
The universal aspect, that you need is if you don't have a grip on a ball, not only are you putting, your career in jeopardy by not being able to control it, but you're putting the hitter in jeopardy by not knowing where the fuck it's going. And the other day, they already don't know what you're throwing or where it's gonna go.
Right.
They see 98 up and in. Listen, I get being a little rattled.
Yeah.
But
so with that, Arenado was suspended, and so was Genesis Cabrera. Do you think that those were appropriate?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Arenado got his reduced, which I didn't like, but I guess I get it.
I don't necessarily think that Arenado deserved to be suspended. I think
I
that
think
him
his
getting
suspension
thrown
was
out of
more for
Yep.
starting it all.
I know. I listen. The only thing about it that I didn't like was that he pushed Nito. I think that was very uncalled for. It's not like the Mets were hunting him the entire series, so for that, I'd say fine him really more so. Yeah, I don't think that. I think that throwing him out of the game was enough. Personally, Genesis Cabrera, on the other hand, that is different. He was running around horse collaring Pete. He was, just very dirty play running around the dog pile.
Yeah, he's also gotten now a reputation as a guy who is low-key dirty.
Okay.
Phillies fans last year with
No.
Bryce Harper.
No. No. We went over this. There's no shot that he hit fucking Bryce Harper in the cheek on purpose. No, I'm shutting that shit down. No.
The reaction from Brian I got was great. He was like,
yeah, we played it on here.
Yeah.
I remember it.
I forgot he recorded something for us too. Yeah.
I understand the frustration.
Oh yeah.
It is. It is scary and it is annoying to see your players get hit in the fucking face and up and in, but for the most part, guys aren't doing it on purpose. And
I mean, here's my issue: is that Stubby Clap? Yes, it's a real name.
There you go.
Didn't. I don't think he was even fined.
I don't know if he was fined or not. I honestly could barely find any news on him at all on Twitter. Besides
that's because he's irrelevant. But
well, yes, but everyone thinks that he's like this fucking like folk hero for pulling down Pete Alonso. All right, listen, the guy's fucking 5'6". All right, 5'6", 280. If somebody that's 5'6", 280 is pulling on your fucking waist with his chest, right? Pete's waist was chest high on him, and he's pulling as hard as he can. And then you have another guy come from behind, horse collar, to help you pull him down. You're already going with all your might. Yeah, he's gonna fucking go down. I don't care who it is. It could be Shaquille fucking O'Neal. Okay.
I don't know. I feel like we should be someone with a too much be following around Stubby Clap. 5'6", 280. Don't. Like, geez, man.
I don't know the actual weight, but
no, I'm saying like the Family Guy bit though.
No, I know. Honestly,
Stubby Clap is not a small dude in terms of width.
No, he's a broad dude. That's what I'm saying. But I would.
He had a great reaction to it.
I would take Beetlejuice in a fight against him, hands down, though. But yeah, Pete did have a great reaction.
Love Beat.
Beat is king. Pete did have a great reaction to it. You wanna repeat it?
What was it? They don't know me. They don't know my temper. I could put a guy in the hospital if I really wanted to, right?
Yeah, essentially.
No problem. Yeah.
No, yeah. If I really wanted to, you got that part right. I know that.
Yeah, he's got a point too.
Yeah.
That's not something you do, especially like if it's in the division. I get it. These guys. You see these guys all the time. Most of these guys train with each other.
I mean, how many times do you get into a fight like that where you have an experience with the guy?
Right.
You don't. It's very rare, and very rare for that it's going to be the same team again. This is in the fucking 1980s or 70s where they're fucking fighting all the time.
Right.
It's a very different game.
They're not bumming their cigarettes on these guys' arms in the middle of a brawl.
So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's a whole fucked it, just a fuck situation. And
yeah, I agree. I don't know. Yohan Lopez got fined, but stayed in the game, by the way.
Yes.
Which was, I think, good on the umpires. Because I don't think he did anything wrong, honestly. But he was fined. Lindor and Escobar ended up paying for his fine.
Yeah.
Talk about good team leaders right there.
Yeah.
And then I guess we can get into this with the Phillies now.
Yeah, makes
On
sense.
Sunday Night Baseball, it was a 10-4 game. Yohan Lopez again. They're trying to burn. Realistically, he's an arm to burn. If you really think about it, just he's gonna get you outs.
Well,
He's not one of your top
twice
relievers.
already, so.
Yeah, and he only got 5.
Yeah.
But he's not one of your top relievers. You're not gonna have to burn a top reliever in a 10-4 game.
Yeah.
So you're gonna throw Yohan Lopez out. You're gonna throw fucking Joely Rodriguez out there.
And precursor for the situation, the inning before, J.D. Davis got hit. The first Met, again, and he was the first Met to actually get hurt and taken out of the game after a hit by pitch. That's a precursor.
Right on his foot, right?
Yeah, hit his like right around his ankle. He had a swollen ankle for like a day
or two.
Yeah.
So obviously the Mets got fed up with this, and Phillies, it's a rivalry, so potentially heated. Lopez throws 2 inside to Schwarber. He gets Schwarber out eventually, right? Or did he hit Schwarber?
No, he didn't hit Schwarber. I think he did get him out. I don't remember, honestly, off the top of my head.
He got Schwarber out, hit Bohm?
Hit Alec Bohm with changeup.
Right. So warnings were issued after the 2 pitches to Schwarber, which kind of a bitch move.
You have to.
But you have to do it. I get it.
You have to.
So Lopez hits Bohm. Girardi's chirping, why is he not thrown out? This and that. Max Scherzer, I think, was telling him to chill out again.
Yeah, they have quite.
Dude, I'm loving Max Scherzer.
I love Max Scherzer. I always loved him. Always loved him, but now I could love him even more. It's awesome.
He's quickly becoming one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, he's one of my favorites all time already.
Not one of his on-field shit though.
Just in general, yeah.
The dude dances.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't even realize, when you're not, I guess, not a fan of the team that he's on, that on the days that he doesn't pitch, but he is a psycho still, but like he's mad chill, like dancing around, like smiling, like dude, I've never seen this dude smile besides when he won the World Series.
Yeah,
and
or when he was struggling with the Dodgers.
That too. That was fucking hilarious.
That was.
But
that's again. Max Scherzer's a character. Anyway,
Buck Showalter inevitably got suspended for a game because of this. As did Yohan Lopez, got suspended for 2 games, but he got sent down. Oh, 3? I thought it was 2.
He got 3.
Doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. He got sent down. Buck Showalter did get suspended for 1 game.
And he found out at 6:20 for a 7:05 first pitch.
Yeah, I was gonna say 45 minutes before game.
If you ask me, it's kind of fucked. But
MLB is wrong for it. I don't think that Buck Showalter should be getting a suspension.
No.
I think that is very wrong. But
what Buck had ended up saying was, he called around to see his options.
Mm-hmm.
And they said his calls were his appeal.
What?
Which is very interesting to me.
Oh, that's odd.
It was a weird thing. And Buck's already missed the game too.
Yeah.
Due to a procedure, but it was very interesting. I'm not sure why you're punishing the guys who have gotten hit the most. It just doesn't make sense. But hey,
I mean,
I'm not Rob Manfred.
They thought they saw intent behind Lopez's pitches, and that is what it is. And yeah. So I mean that's really all I got on that. But
all I know is the Mets ended up throwing a combined no-hitter last weekend.
Yeah, sure.
And that was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I was there. Yeah, I was there. I asked probably 10 different people after you. They
Oh,
all
thank you.
said, "No, I don't want to go," or "No, I can't go," or "I
What did
already have
𝒂𝒃 say?
plans." He was working
Because
He was in
he's
Brooklyn.
listening right now.
He was in Brooklyn, so he gets a pass. He was working with the baby Mets.
Go on though.
But yeah, no,
Did you
I
know
met
the
up with my
entire
friend-
game?
What?
Did you know it was happening the entire game?
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
I met up. So I got there probably around 6:40.
Okay.
I had a family friend who was there.
Okay.
My mom's really good friends was there, and she's a diehard Mets fan. So I caught up with her for a little bit. The first inning and a half, I was on the Shea Bridge.
Right.
Now keep in mind, the last time I was at the same game as her, she actually took me to the game for my graduation gift in high school. So that was July 31st, 2015.
Right.
I don't know if you remember that date, but Wilmer Flores went deep in the 12th.
Yes, I do.
And that was, oddly enough, that was my first time. That first time I started rooting for Max Scherzer. Because like we got there early, we got down for batting practice. Cespedes had been traded for. And Scherzer actually was asking a Mets fan if you can name the four, like it was probably 12-year-old, you can name the four teams, what are the teams Cespedes played for? He'd sign a ball and give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Kid missed one. I think he missed the Red Sox or whatever it was. Scherzer signed the ball and gave it to him still.
Right.
So I became a fan of Max Scherzer then. But
What the
so
fuck?
totally random. Yeah. That was the last time I was at the same game as my mom's friend.
Talk about a fucking tangent.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my lord. I was
Yes.
like, wait, where the fuck did
But
this happen?
It was
What-
circling back to Max Scherzer.
Okay.
Yes.
Go on.
So that was the Wilmer Flores. So I'm like, all right. Weird thing. I go up to my seats. My friend Mia was sitting. She sits a row in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up sitting next to her and her dad. We were just hanging out, chatting.
Right.
I got up there around the second inning.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind, I hadn't eaten all day. I had one beer, one hot dog. So I was kind of hungry. Kind of wanted another beer. It was a rough day. Third inning rolls around. Mia says, she's going to go be with a friend in like the fifth inning. Whatever, fine. And then look at the scoreboard. I go, it's the end of the third. I go, yeah, you can't go anywhere yet.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like she goes, oh shit. What do you mean? And I'm like, look, you can't go anywhere. She goes, oh. So I kind of knew around the third inning because McGill was throwing well, just kind of was missing the zone. The umpiring again was not great.
Yeah.
Mets second no-hitter in franchise history.
Mm-hmm.
First of the 2020 season. And then
Yep.
Mets, first combined no-hitter. Took him 5 pitchers, 159 pitches.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm a psycho when it comes to superstition. And I know you know that.
I only got to watch from like the 6th inning on ish.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was fun though. I mean, like I was like in and out of watching it, on my phone. But yeah, I watched from the 6th inning on. And I knew about it. I definitely knew about it the second I turned on the fucking TV because Gary Cohen, man, anytime
Dude.
somebody's throwing a no-hitter, he's that's all he could talk about.
I'm such a psycho. I turned off my notifications for MLB at bat because as soon as they got through 6, you knew that they were going to send out no hitter alert, no hitter alert. I
Yeah.
can't see the word.
They didn't actually.
Really?
I didn't get it at least.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm one of those people who can't see the word, not supposed to say the word. I'm one of those guys.
But you could think it? It's a
You,
little
you,
sus.
you subtly acknowledge it.
That's thinking. Do you picture
like
the word no hitter? Do you see it?
I just know. I'm like,
No? Okay.
and I'm superstitious enough to where like, so I was sitting, I had my feet on the seat in front of me because there was nobody in front of me. I go swing my left foot up, left foot first, right foot first, and then towards the 7th inning, it got a little cold. So I go like this, whatever. And I lean back. Every half inning that a Mets pitcher went after the man, left foot, right foot, cross the arms, lean back.
There you go.
I'm a psycho with superstition like that.
So it was definitely an entertaining one to watch. But now I have a question for you that has been widespread over all social medias, and that is
The answer is yes.
is a combined no-hitter a no-hitter?
I'll counter that. I'll answer the question this. How many no-hitters have there been ever?
I don't remember off the top of my
About
head.
300 and change, right? I think.
Something like that. I don't remember
Okay.
the exact number.
Do you know how many combined no-hitters there were?
22?
Nope.
How many?
That was the 17th combined
Wow.
no-hitter.
That was close.
So you could argue a combined no-hitter is even more rare.
Right.
Now, this is the first no-hitter with 5 pitchers, exactly.
Yes.
Astros did it with 6. Other teams have done it with 6 or 4,
Mhm.
whatever. First one with 5.
Hmm.
Now, you and I both know when you look at the Mets bullpen, having 4 guys following a starter, all be on their shit, is an incredibly difficult task. As
It's
is
a
any
rarity.
bullpen.
Yeah.
As is any bullpen. You know, you have 4 guys have lockdown stuff. Granted, a couple of walks here and there, 6
I don't
walks
know.
total.
Yankees bullpen is pretty fucking filthy,
That's true.
and the Tigers too. But go on.
But you know, having 5 guys shut down lineup, especially a lineup like the Phillies.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that you can't qualify that. You can't like say, "Oh, well, they did the no hitter against the Phillies. It counts," you know, because then
So-
you're gonna be fine nitpicking everything. But you could argue that a combined no hitter is even more impressive.
So I'll put the argument to bed very quickly. Ready? This is a question that you
What
are
you
going to need to answer, okay?
do
And
you got?
answer it honestly.
Okay.
How many hits did the Phillies get in that game? How many?
Honestly, no, it didn't look like a 1. Didn't look like a 2. I think it was a 0.
0.
Yeah.
What does
That's
no hitter mean?
the simple answer. It really is.
Boom.
I don't know how. I don't understand these people who are like, "Oh, it doesn't count." Like, what do you mean it doesn't count? It was a 3-0 take podcast, I think, who tweeted out. Who do you give
Yeah.
credit to? What do you mean? Who do you give credit to? The entire fucking pitching staff. The catcher for calling a goddamn great game.
Why does the credit need to go to one person? Now, you know what? It's a Yankee fan and a Red Sox fan. Let them be
Oh, it
salty.
is?
Yeah.
All I know is they have a very good following, and
Yeah.
they do well on social media.
They've had the podcast for 7 years and they built it up quite well.
So share this podcast with your friends and let us know and follow and help us get to that
Yeah.
level.
The Phillies had 0 hits. Simple as that. I mean, if you honestly do not think that a combined no hitter is not a no hitter, I'm sorry. You will be crowned prom king if you really try a little bit harder than that. But good luck. Your vote. You got to vote in me. So that's that. It was a no hitter. Now
Let me ask you this, because
Okay.
this is something I heard on the train on the way back. Well, it's the first real no hitter in Mets history.
I mean,
I mean, we don't like to acknowledge it, but
it is though. It is. Carlos Beltran's hit was a hit. It was a hit.
yeah,
What-
but how
it
many
wasn't-
what was the number in the hit column that night?
It wasn't ruled a hit, but it was a hit. I get what they're saying, but no.
Where do you stand on that?
What do you mean where I stand on that? It was ruled not a hit. It was ruled a foul ball.
Okay.
It's not a hit. That's where I stand. There's no
right.
changing that.
Dude, that was on the in-flight TV on my flight back from Houston,
Oh yeah.
because I was able to watch on the network. And I turned it on. I get turned it on. And I see it's literally Beltran at bat that inning, and I'm like, for the longest time, I was like, nah, it's not a hit. Nah, not a hit. Because
No,
like I
it's a
didn't
hit.
really watch it.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah,
a hit. It was on the line.
It was, yeah.
But that's that.
Can you imagine losing
no.
a no hitter through replay?
No, I was gonna say, and there was no replay review then to change that. So
Can you imagine losing a no-hitter because they challenged it?
that's that, and that's the game now, man. So
That's so fun.
that's part of it.
Anyway.
And I mean, then you didn't. Then it was a hit. If it got overturned and it was a hit, then it was a hit. Then that's not a no hitter. So anyway, we're gonna cross over about 20-30 minutes over to the Bronx. Stick with New York, go to the Yankees.
Dude, they're off to a hot start, man.
I want to talk about fucking hot start.
Their
So I have-
11-game win streak got snapped Wednesday night against the Blue Jays.
I have a little fact about this. So they've started the year 18-6 6 times in their history.
They've
All
won the World
six
Series every time.
all 6 of them went to the World Series. All 6 of those teams. 5 of those teams won the World Series. The 2003 team is the only team not to win the World Series after starting the year 18-6.
I thought it was going to be 0-1.
03.
I always forget about that 03 World Series.
It's because the Marlins are goated. What do you want?
That's actually, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, the more you know.
But yeah, no, dude, 11-game win streak.
Yep.
That team is hot.
Yeah.
And you saw. I'm sure you've seen the video of the home run from Judge that landed in the Blue Jays fan.
Yeah.
And he just gave it to the kid in the Judge shirt, and the guy started crying. The kid started crying. Man,
Awesome
my faith
video.
in humanity went right back up.
Awesome video. Very
The kid got to meet Judge
Nice thing to do.
the next day.
Yep. Today.
Goes to hug him, he starts crying.
Yep. Of course.
Just
mean,
fucking
Do
wholesome.
you expect
as
anything
fuck.
else? Yeah.
There's no way to hate Aaron Judge, man.
No.
You can't hate Aaron Judge. That man
can't,
just
you
is
can't, yeah.
so good.
No. He's
so
a good
for the
guy.
game.
Yeah. And
But talking about home runs,
Mhm.
Giancarlo Stanton his 350th home run. So shout out to Giancarlo Stanton.
yes, sir.
According to the Yankees, he's the 3rd player.
Let me bring it
Right?
up.
Yeah.
Let me bring it
For
up.
those watching on YouTube, enjoy this fuckery. This is from the day after. Stands at the at bat, and the little fact goes: last night became the 3rd player in Yankee history to hit his 350th career home run with the club. The other 2, Babe Ruth and A-Rod. Now, Billy, you sent me this.
Yeah.
You sent me this.
John Boy posted this, by the way. And,
Love John Boy.
and he
Said
was
it
like,
last week.
well, there's got to be a few more than this, right? And I was like, yeah, off the top of my head, I was able to think of 3 others right off the top of my head. And
I think you and I tallied 6 more.
something like that. So I actually looked it up. There are 13 Yankees to there's
I'm sorry. What?
they're off by
Are
10.
you including Stanton?
I'm including Stanton. There are 13 total Yankees to have hit their 350th home run with the
They
club.
just forgot about 10 guys. I'm sure many of them are in Monument Park. Just hey, those guys don't
a
exist.
handful.
But by the way, go check out Monument Park where their numbers are retired. So
now
you retire every fucking number on planet Earth.
Now, I'm probably going to cut this out, but I do want you to try and guess everyone on this list. Macca, you're watching this, text in the group chat, see if you could get all the guys. Let me know.
That was a lot quicker than I expected it to go.
So if you could guess the list,
I
head on
want to
over.
know how quickly Macca does.
I'm intrigued. I want to see if Macca could get it.
I want him to time himself.
Do you think that Macca will get it? I think those last 2 are going to be very hard.
I think
Now I got to edit it. Now I got to edit it, bro.
we could put in that Macca should fucking pause it beforehand and time
No.
himself.
Well, yeah, he's gonna. but I'm still gonna have to edit it. What if he doesn't? What if he's doing something else? Anyway, just an extra 10 minutes out of my night. Whatever. Fuck me. Nah, I think he'll with ease get 1 through 11, no problem. Right? You agree?
Yeah.
I don't think he's getting those last two though. Dude, I went on MLB.com and went on the all-time home runs leaders. I went from literally Babe Ruth, who hit like 659 home runs, that's the most in Yankees history, down all the way to like 5 career home runs or however. I think Tyler Wade hit 4. That's as low as I went because I was like, there's no shot. I mean, there might be another one down there who hit like 1 to 4 home runs, somehow magically hit their 350th in 4 home runs with the Yankees. I don't think so though. So good luck. Well done, by the way. No,
Thank you.
You did pretty good.
Thank you.
So
What do we got next?
anyway,
Oh, the fact that the Yankees are red hot and the Reds are ice cold. Right?
yeah.
Like they're bad, man. Like I'm sorry, but they're bad.
I hold on before we get into this. I do want to check if they lost today. I'm just gonna go with the assumption
By the way,
that they did.
The Reds, the
They did.
Cincinnati Reds are not in the bottom 5 in hard hit percentage.
Oh yeah, I mean that doesn't really mean much.
They're the 6th worst.
I think that hard hit is bullshit. I mean, it's all about outcome. You know, look at
the Mets are 2nd worst.
I know, but look at them. That's great fucking example, actually.
The Cardinals are
Mets
the worst.
Mets have the 2nd most wins in the MLB and are not hitting the ball hard, but they're winning.
Right, and the Orioles are top 10.
It doesn't mean anything. I mean, there's so many examples. I mean, look at Joey Gallo, right?
That poor man has been personally victimized by the shift.
This guy hits anything he hits is going to be a fucking rocket. Obviously, he's 6'5", just fucking pure muscle. Right. Hard hit means shit.
Right.
Means shit. Anyway, Reds fucking suck, dude. They fucking suck. If you are a fan of the Reds, I feel so bad for you. I really do.
My boy Jason.
Yeah. No, he's fans both. So I only feel half bad.
It's even worse.
I feel half bad. Indians are, I mean, Guardians, whatever the fuck their name is, stealing my XFL team name for pussies. I only feel half bad. But yeah, the Reds suck and they are on pace. I don't know what it is now. It's worse, obviously. But as of yesterday, they were on pace for. Yeah, you go ahead and say it. What was that? What was their pace? You didn't believe me when I told you. By the way.
I really didn't believe when you sent me the graphic and I said it's not a thing.
And I did the math and it doesn't make sense. I'm not going to do the math again for
22 and 140.
I mean, I kind of hope it happens so that 1962 Mets team gets, finally gets off the books.
Yeah, but we don't have to do 22 and 140. We could do like 35 and whatever. Like, dude, there's wiggle room there. There's some wiggle room at the bottom over there. All right, like not everybody can be the Detroit Lions.
If the Mets and the Yankees continue to play how they have been playing over the past few weeks, over the next week, they will pass the Reds for what they're projected to win for the entire season.
That's bad. That's so bad.
Jeez, man.
Hi. Let's make the entire lockout about competitive balance. Hi, we're the Cincinnati Reds. Nope.
Let's sell off our entire team.
That's bad, dude.
Now
22 and 140.
What do you think their final record will be? We didn't get to do that this preseason.
I'm afraid to even just put it out there.
Take a guess.
$46 and 116.
Not bad.
This is bad though.
I
didn't even want to go that low.
I was gonna go 48 and
I didn't want to go that low at all. That was just bad.
I mean, dude, I've watched
Baseball
them
city
play
too. That's a baseball city.
I mean, it's a very historic franchise. I mean, look at the teams of the 70s. They won.
Big Red Machine.
They
Yeah.
won. They were good in the 90s too. It's. I mean, they you know.
I feel bad for Joey Votto. That man has been nothing but loyal to that franchise, and they have given him absolutely nothing to work with.
I mean, granted though.
They had a future Hall of Fame manager, and they couldn't win a World Series with them.
They are one of those teams though that doesn't have money. Like their owner, he's only worth like
He
I
ain't
think
worth shit.
600,000.
Yeah.
600 million. I mean, which is obviously a ton, but in sports
But
ownership
Steve Cohen is
world,
17 now, I think.
yeah, whatever it is. But in sports ownership world, 600 million is shit. It is.
Right. And you talk about the discrepancy between the bottom teams and the top teams. 600 million compared to 17 billion.
I mean,
That's a wide gap.
Steve Cohen is quite the outlier. So
okay, 4.2.
I was gonna say that's probably more
Still a large
the high
gap.
average. Yeah, no, 100%. It's a huge gap. I mean, that's over 8. Go on.
And yeah, it's a lot. And give credit where credit's due. The owners of the Reds have fucking massive balls for saying, "Where are you gonna go?" What the fuck you mean? Where you gonna go?
Dude, it's a huge mess. It is a huge mess.
They're trying to kill baseball in Cincinnati at this point.
They're right though, in a way. Dare I say? Like,
that's daring to say. That is daring to say.
Yes, but
like,
so
I don't know, man. That's brutal.
So another thing that I've seen going around on social media now is a relocation for the Reds. Do you agree with that?
No.
Me either. I think it's fucking stupid.
You can't take that team out of Cincinnati. That's again. You said about historic franchise. One of the Cincinnati Red Stockings,
the original
first professional team.
Yep. First, yeah.
If you were going to tear down the entire league and leave 4 teams, you're leaving the Yankees and the Reds, and then the other 2 are the lottery. Red Sox and Cubs maybe stay, but you're leaving the Yankees and the Reds.
Nah, fuck the Red Sox. They have 𝒂𝒅 as their manager.
But you're leaving the Yankees and the Reds no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
I would say probably the Cardinals if you're gonna.
Yeah, you can throw the Cardinals in there for sure. Yeah.
I mean, second winningest franchise of all time.
But either way, pathetic.
It is. It is.
That's bad, man. That's bad. I mean, I feel so bad for their fans, man. Like, really bad.
Yeah.
Their team stinks more than people who don't use soap on soap. Dude, they stink so bad, dude. Go to soapazon.com, order some baseball soap. I'll show it every goddamn episode. Baseball soap, it's fantastic. I love it. I use it all the time. Soapazon.com, promo code TAP. That's TAP for 15% off your order. Subscribe to get a subscription box. You get 15% off using TAP. Get a single bar of soap. 15% off using promo code TAP. Just go get some soap. Don't be so fucking smelly. Don't be the Cincinnati Reds of your friend group.
Hit that link down in bio. Do it. Or
Soap on soap.
On our socials. Soap's on soap. Go get it now.
Don't be the Cincinnati Reds.
Don't be stinky.
Don't be stinky.
Don't do it.
I mentioned that the Reds had a Hall of Fame manager.
Yes, sir.
That
you did.
And they couldn't even get over the hump. Dusty Baker. Congratulations to him, reaching 2,000 wins. Just the 12th manager in Major League history to do so. Little note there: the 10 of the 12 are in the Hall of Fame. Do you know who is not?
No.
Bruce Bochy, only because he has not come up for election yet.
Okay. Well,
he's the only manager of the group that's not in the Hall of Fame, hasn't been up yet. I believe he's up for election this December.
Oh, is he?
in that veterans group,
Right,
one of
right.
the eras. So Bruce Bochy and his big ass head, only one not in the Hall of Fame. Dusty will surely be headed to Cooperstown when his managerial days are done.
Yeah.
Congratulations to him. Came against Seattle. And I saw something on Twitter. It kind of fitting that it was against Seattle because he said on numerous occasions that he wanted to manage Seattle. I think there were 3 times that the job opening came up and he said, I'd do it. And they never called.
Didn't even interview him.
I guess not. And I saw another fun fact that kind of ties in everything.
Okay.
Here we go. This is from the legendary Bob Nightingale. The first opposing batter in Dusty Baker's first game as manager was Geronimo Pena. He was at the game last night.
Mm-hmm.
He got 2 singles for the Cardinals in the Giants 2-1 win in Dusty's first game manager.
Mm-hmm.
In his 2000th win, Geronimo's son Jeremy Pena got 2 hits and drove in 2 runs.
That's pretty cool.
By the way, Dusty's first game as a manager, April 6th, 1993. So he survived a player strike, a pandemic, and a lockout.
Very interesting.
And the steroid era. Good for Dusty.
Yeah. Been around a long time.
So obviously 2000 wins is the mark.
Yeah, it's a mile.
Get in the Hall of Fame.
Milestone, yeah.
But let me ask you this.
Okay.
If a manager reaches 2000 wins but never wins World Series.
Don't care.
Okay.
I think World Series is a nice icing on top.
Do you think
I
if they managed and stopped managing before 2013, does that World Series make a difference? Because let's say around 2013 is when managers started becoming puppets. 2013, 2015 time period.
I guess. No, I mean, I don't know. I think managers are a little bit different. I don't think you could just take exactly just stats of what the team has done. Like, do the wins really matter? Did the manager do that really necessarily? Or is it more so that he got the wins because he has been around so long, and he's been around so long because he is a great manager? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, I hear exactly what you're saying.
Like, take Joe Torre, for instance, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're taking a guy who Yankees manager from what, 96 until 07, 06, 07, whatever it was.
Something like that.
I think 07 was his last year, maybe 08, whatever it was. And obviously, this guy has, he's there for a long time. He's going to get a fuck ton of wins in that time. Obviously.
Yep.
This is that's a team. That was a franchise. It was a well-built ball club.
Yep.
Probably going to get at least 90 wins a season for 10, 11 years, 12 years, whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's an easy 900 wins right there for your career. That's almost halfway there. Maybe even more. Maybe he got over 1,000 with the Yankees. And he probably did. Does that dictate how good he was? No. The team was good, right? I think that the manager is an interesting thing.
It definitely is.
You're privileged to be on a good team. That's how you get on the Hall of Fame.
So he had 1,100 wins with the Yankees.
Yeah, look at that. How many career wins does he have total?
23, 26.
So almost half. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I was looking for there.
351 with the Cardinals, 259 with the Dodgers, 257 with the Braves. I forgot it was the Braves.
Yeah.
And 286 with the Mets.
Yeah. So, I mean,
So is Dusty a Hall of Fame manager?
yes, I think he is. He's been around a long time. He's been managing for obviously not consecutively 30 years, but for 30 years. It's a long time to manage.
Who do you think the next manager to make it to 2000 is?
I don't know who's close.
Just off the dome.
I would need to know who's close. I don't
Neither
know.
do I. I'm just asking off the dome.
I mean, if the Dodgers keep him, Dave Roberts. I mean, they win fucking.
I mean, Buck's got to have a shot too.
How many career wins does he have? He's on a 3-year contract. Depends how many wins he has.
I'm gonna look this up now. All right.
Look it up. I would say right now the only confident one that I could say is Dave Roberts, because for whatever reason the Dodgers love him. I don't think that he's really a good manager. I think he makes a lot of mistakes. But maybe Aaron Boone. Aaron Boone, actually, yeah, Aaron Boone.
Boone.
Yeah, because he'll be with the Yankees for the next probably 30 years or so. So yeah, he'll get there.
Let's see if I can find.
How many career wins does Buck Showalter have? Love Buck. Great guy.
Wins. Oh, Tony La Russa was in the Hall of Fame already with.
Yeah, obviously wasn't.
Terry Francona leads with 1792.
Okay.
And Buck has 1569. After that, so Buck's 24th all time. Francona is 17th.
I think that both of them are potential Hall of Fame managers.
So then we have Joe Madden and Bob Melvin at 32 and 33 respectively.
And how many career?
1370 for Madden, 1361 for Melvin.
That's it from Joe Madden?
After that, Joe Girardi at 56 with 1109. Bud Black with 1011 at 64. And those are the only active managers over 1,000.
Wow.
Don Mattingly has 832, but he's managed for 12 years.
He's been with the Marlins.
So he'll be a very Don Mattingly in his Hall of Fame case is very fucking interesting, man.
He's how long has he been with the Marlins? Since 2015, I think. Maybe 2014.
16.
16?
So he's got 7 years with the Marlins.
Wow.
And he still has more wins than with the Dodgers.
Who the fuck was the Marlins manager in 2015 then? Mike Redmond?
I think so.
Jeez. All right.
That's scary that you do that off the top of your head.
Thank you. Michael
That's
Bleekman.
Scary.
He's a good friend of Kevin Millar. He talks about him all the time. I used to watch Intentional Talk, dude, every day.
For Dave Roberts, he's at 557.
I mean, I don't see the Dodgers ever firing him because the Dodgers are just built so well, and so.
But
if Dave Roberts, dude, can I just say this quick? If Dave Roberts ends up in the Hall of Fame, I don't know what I'll do because he is so not deserving. It's like, come on, like.
So there are two managers.
Go on.
Hired first year is 2015, still managing today, same teams that are around his win total.
Okay.
One is over, one is under.
Wait, start it over again.
Okay. I'm going to give you three managers hired for the 2015 season, still managing 8 years with the current clubs.
Okay. One
is Dave Roberts.
Okay.
One of the managers has more wins than him. One has less. Let's see if you can figure out who has which. Kevin Cash and Craig Counsell. Who has more than Dave Roberts? Who has less?
It's a good one. I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to go with Cash has more.
Counsell's less?
Yeah.
You're correct.
Yeah.
Cash has 9 more wins. Counsell has 12 less.
Yeah, because the Rays have been very good over the past handful of years, winning a lot of games. So makes sense.
Oh yeah.
And how many less does Counsell have?
12.
Okay. What about Torey Lovello? How many does he have? He was, if you were gonna make me guess, he was one of my guesses. but I think he didn't come on. I don't think he was Diamondbacks manager until like 2018.
I'm looking.
All right, it's pretty fucking low, I guess.
I might have just completely missed him. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely missed him. Oh, here he is. Okay. He has 349.
Yep.
Managing one less year, Aaron Boone is 346.
Look at that. I was right. 2017 was his first year.
Yep.
So anyway.
Speaking of Torey Lovullo,
Mm-hmm.
his starting pitcher, Madison Bumgarner,
Yeah.
and his massive beard, got tossed from the game Tuesday afternoon, right?
Today. That was earlier today.
Oh, it's Wednesday afternoon. Okay.
Yeah.
For arguing balls and strikes. And I put that in air quotes.
That's
because
what they
I don't
said.
think he was arguing balls and strikes.
I mean,
I think he was getting a rather elaborate hand massage from Dan Bellino, and he did not like it and said something probably.
So
because that made me very uncomfortable, that video.
So he was arguing balls and strikes. Let's set the record straight on that.
Yes.
He was a lot. And you don't do that. Everyone knows that. But yeah, I do have the video. You want me to pull it up?
I'd rather not watch it again.
So you don't want to pull it up?
It made me really uncomfortable. I'm not even gonna lie.
So yeah, basically
Dan Bellino's not looking away.
Just grilling him. Well, also the videos that you probably saw were probably all the slow-mos, which made it look so much worse than it was. Because it was probably
y'all gotta chill.
It was probably like a 4-second, 5-second thing, really, in regular speed.
That's still way too long.
I saw it on MLB Network. They played at 1. I saw the replay probably, when did I eat lunch?
Mac is sent at like 2:30.
Yeah, I think. Well, I saw the replay before that. When I saw it when I was eating lunch. I want to say probably like 1:30, 1:40-ish. And they showed it obviously.
Really uncomfortable, man.
They showed it in real time. It's only a few seconds. It's still fucking weird. And I saw on Twitter people were saying that that Dan Bellino was digging under Madison Bumgarner's nails. I don't know the validation behind this. I didn't see another angle of the video because you can't see what he's doing with the fingers from the angle, right? So I don't know if he was. That's really fucking weird. I mean, the stare was weird enough, but then to go under his fingernails is even weirder. So see if you can find another angle, and if you do, send it to me, please.
It doesn't look like he's going under the fingernails. It looks like he's just kind of rubbing the hand. And yes, it is a slow motion, which makes it even creepier.
Yeah. So yeah, that's he threw him out. I don't know.
Absolutely grilling him.
It was a very weird exchange, to say the least, and everyone knows Madison Bumgarner is probably the biggest hothead of the major leagues.
Something was said, and Bumgarner looked like he was ready to just murder someone.
Well, yeah, because he's staring at Bumgarner the whole time. Bumgarner looks up, goes to look back down, and then he noticed he did like a double take, and that was it. All hands were off. He was ready to fucking fight, yelling in his face. And I think that Dan Bellino was wrong for that. We don't know what was going on down on the field, obviously, right? So from the optics of it, Dan Bellino was wrong. Add another one to the umpire shit book.
We're not paying for the ump show. We're not.
Yeah. I mean, and there's repercussions that come from this. They took him out after the first inning. He only pitched 1 inning.
Now you're taxing the bullpen.
The bullpen for the entire day. Now you're fucking up the game for tomorrow and Friday, potentially even Saturday.
Really, until the next off day.
Yeah, depending on what happens, with Madison Bumgarner. Say, if if he is okay, he comes out of rotation, goes into a different day in the rotation, or if he waits his turn though, then it fucks
We're waiting
everything,
5 games. Yeah.
But if he comes back like say Friday or Saturday,
Yeah.
that alleviates it a little bit. But I don't know.
Right.
It's not right.
Stupid. Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And the umpires are absolutely atrocious this year. But before we get into that, I do want to make sure we don't forget about this.
No, we're not gonna forget about it. Go on.
Okay. All right.
I don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the umpires are atrocious this year. I've been regularly checking umpire scorecards on Twitter. I think it's scorecards.
And you send them. There was another page.
I haven't sent a lot of them. Umpire
Macca
audit
has
is
been
another
sending
one.
it. That's what. No, was that it? That you sent in the group chat like a couple days ago? Because I like that page. I looked through. It might have been Macca that sent it though. I don't know. Both you and Macca.
Scorecards.
No, it wasn't that. I don't remember what it was, but I'll find it.
They've been bad. Either way, they've
yes.
been bad. Establishing large ass zones and this and that. Where was?
Welcome to the Ump Show. I don't remember who sent that. That was you?
Yeah, welcome to the Ump Show. They basically take clips of all this fuckery, for lack of a better term, and they posted. Again, we're not paying to see the Ump Show. Between the consistency, like here's one, Adrian Johnson from 5'3", 89% consistency. That's not ideal. Jeremy Riggs, that was really a large zone that he had.
But anyway,
called strike accuracy 76%.
What's your beef?
I just think it's this year is pushing me more and more to robot umpires, and I've been very much against them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know people won't be able to see this, but I'm going to send this to you. Look at the established umpire zone, or the umpire established zone on this last one I'm sending you, the D-backs Marlins game from May 2nd.
And the Diamondbacks ended up sweeping the Marlins, who were red hot too.
Yeah, the Marlins are going to be a problem this year. But the umpires established zone, which is essentially his zone, where he established. Said, "This is my pretty self-explanatory." It cuts off the top left corner of your typical strike zone, like completely cuts it off, and extends to the top right corner.
And whose view is this from? Do you know? Is it from?
This is just your generic view.
Now, so is it from the pitcher's mound or is it from behind the plate? Though, is what I'm
not
asking.
Sure.
Oh.
But
that's what I do want to know.
Joe West went on record as saying the league scores officials differently. So the absolute absurd performance by Eder Hernandez was scored at 96% by the league, whereas umpire audits and umpire scorecards had it about 86%. So that's a 10% difference,
right?
For the league sees and what we think.
So, yeah,
That's Joe West telling you that.
I've been on and off of the umpire hate bandwagon for a while, and as of right now, I'm back off of it.
You're not hating umpires.
I'm not hating umpires right now. I'm not on the bandwagon of hating them right now. In a time when it seems like everybody's hating them at the height of everyone hating them. So my thing is, right?
Some of these zones.
People like to say, I like the human element of it, right? Now, cool. So do I. A lot of people do. Some people want a true exact zone, little boring, whatever. So we have out there every single day 15 games, 4 guys on each game, who are the best in the world at umpiring. A lot of people are talking shit at a major league level who wouldn't be able to do T-ball accurately. Okay, that's my problem with it, is that a lot of people talk a big game. I like to call it amateur's delusion. It's not a real thing. There is an actual term for it. I don't remember. I like to call it amateur's delusion. Someone who is an amateur or something who thinks that they would be much better than they would be. So that is everybody right now with umpires. A lot of, they are getting a lot of slack. They are getting a lot wrong, and it is frustrating. It is annoying, but they are the best in the world at what they do. And what they're doing is calling baseball games that are going at 100 miles per hour. Guys are running faster, throwing harder than ever before, hitting harder than ever in history. The game is going 100 miles an hour all the time. Cut them some slack.
Okay.
What do you think?
All right. I mean, you're not wrong, but like I'm looking through umpire scorecards. Some of these like established zones are just weird. Like,
I mean, for me personally, just have a consistent zone. That's all I care about. If you're consistently giving me that outside corner to a righty, just keep it there all game. I want it there.
And that's what I'm looking at is overall consistency.
That's all I want. That's all I ever want as a pitcher.
But like, so I'm scrolling through Shane 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂. I think he's a newer umpire.
Okay.
He had a tiny ass zone. This is from Thursday, April 28th, Tampa and Seattle. He had a tiny zone. But then there are also guys like Chris Siegel from the April 28th. 99% accuracy, 98% consistency, really only one missed call. So there is, like you said, best of the best. There is good within the bad.
Yeah.
But when the bad is there, it's bad.
Of course. But it's not an easy thing to fucking do.
Yeah.
No. There's a lot of rules that come with it too. And there's a lot going on. You're in a major league stadium, not really in Oakland, but you're in a major league stadium everywhere else, or Cincinnati. You're in a major league stadium everywhere else. It's not an easy job, and they are giving the human element, and people aren't liking it. So, do you like the human element, or do you not?
Do you like the human element when it's for your team? Is really the thing.
Boom, baby. Boom. See, me, I just want a consistent zone. That's all I ever want.
Anyone can ever ask for.
That's it. I mean, if you're asking for anything else, I think you're being a little greedy. Just a consistent zone.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be your zone, So
now, obviously, this one big topic that I was worried we would forget because it wasn't on our initial cheat sheet here.
Yeah.
By the way, Billy, well done, my friend.
Yeah. If you want a podcast planner, hit me up.
Well done.
I'll make them. I'll make it a PDF.
Picasso, I like it. What else? I like it, Picasso, right?
I like it, Picasso. Yeah.
I always think it's Eddie Murphy's.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit like him.
Yeah,
it's funny. But
like
anyway,
Picasso,
the big boy,
the big fish to fry that Manfred I think has officially fried.
Yeah.
Now keep in mind, this is something that is very controversial, because when you're talking about a guy like Trevor Bauer, there's
a lot of baggage.
Baggage is an understatement.
It is, but
he'll fly his drone over all his baggage. But regardless, he's a very good pitcher.
He is.
The talent is there.
Yeah, top 2 draft pick, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Top 5 at least.
Or 3. I think it was maybe 3.
I think it was 3.
But
you're right.
Bauer is a very good player. We're not going to deny that, right?
He's a good pitcher.
Okay. He has a tendency to open his mouth a little bit.
Okay,
And
that you are underestimating.
He's very outspoken, to say the least.
Yes.
Which, fine. You know what? Have your opinions. No problems. Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
He's very outspoken against Rob Manfred.
Yeah.
Again, we all are, but
we're not playing in his league though. It's a little different.
pump the brakes, buddy.
Yeah.
Bauer was handed a 2-year suspension without pay, not including the 99 games he missed while on administrative leave.
This is fresh. There's no retroactive here.
Rob Manfred dropping the hammer on Trevor Bauer. Yeah. Now, in case you don't know, we'll sum it up very quickly. He was accused of sexually assaulting a woman in California.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty brutal stuff. I don't like getting into it because of how bad it is. We did a whole podcast episode on it, I believe.
We did plenty.
Trying to touch on it as best we could because it is a very sensitive topic to a lot of people. Legally, we went through the whole process. Legally,
the courts
was found to have no wrongdoing.
Yep.
Legally.
Found innocent by the law.
This is not our opinion. Legally was found innocent.
Yeah.
Was then proceeded to remain on administrative leave. Still getting paid, by the way. That monstrosity of a contract.
Yeah.
That the Dodgers signed him to. And then this past week, suspended 2 years.
Yep.
Reports say that he was there. That Major League Baseball was looking into a allegation in Ohio as well. So this is a multiple thing.
Yeah.
I don't know the validity to it
because
don't want to end up on Bauer's "I'm going to sue you" list because we really don't have much for him to sue for.
MLB can suspend somebody on their domestic abuse, policy, regardless of what the law thinks. This is their own investigation that they came to a conclusion that he was guilty of this. MLB. So, I mean, that's how it works. That's how it is. And when you're playing with fire, fucking with the fucking commissioner for the past 4 years or whatever, however long it's been.
Now, again,
I mean, it's not surprising to me.
Again, Trevor Bauer's not always wrong about Manfred. He's not always wrong about Manfred.
Mm-hmm. Manfred's not always wrong about him.
Legally, he is apparently. But
it's up to them.
2 years suspension. Trevor Bauer had a strongly worded tweet saying that he's sticking to his convictions. He knows he did no wrong. There's no wrongdoings. Yeah. He's going to appeal.
Yeah.
Now, historically, supposedly there's been some sort of agreement between the player and the league on how many games they think in a situation like Bauer's, where now again it's been a couple days since the reports came out.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to remember it all. There's an agreement on a set amount of games. They'll go back and forth, try and figure out what players like okay with this and that. Almost like an appeal, but not really.
I thought he said he was appealing.
He is. No, he is appealing. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's saying he also never agreed to the length of a suspension.
Right. See, so what I think is happening, I think Manfred is playing chess, and he knew that 2 years is outrageous, and he knew that Bauer is going to appeal it. So they'll say, you know what? We'll cut in half. You're gone for a year. Gets another year free of Bauer up his fucking ass. I think, honestly,
he already got half a year free of Bauer, too.
That's what I'm saying. Works out very well for him. So I don't know.
So let me ask you this though.
Yeah.
2 years. What do you think of the situation? I mean, it's there's a lot to take in, a lot to acknowledge and really understand. We obviously don't know the full police report or the MLB's investigation.
Right.
From what we know, which is really very little in the situation, what are your thoughts? Because 2 years is a lot.
2 years is a long time. I think that he was fighting fire with fire of what he thought was wrong with Manfred all along, and I think it's coming back to bite him in the ass a little bit. Because now Manfred has the power to do this. I mean, yeah, that it's really not that much to it. I think it is kind of just cut and dry from the perspective of his, our perspective on this. How much details do we have? We don't have much. I think it's kind of cut and dry in that sense. So, yeah, I don't really have an opinion on it. I think that my only opinion can be what we know, and what we know is that they fucking hate each other. And I think that 2 years is a long time. I think that if that ends up holding up, he will be 33 by the time it's over. So another
contract will be empty. It's done. He'll be a free agent.
That too. He would probably have to sign a minor league or maybe a league minimum deal, or maybe he'll get a few million or something. He's not going to get much.
Yeah.
I mean, he wouldn't have pitched in 3 years. So
yeah,
that's I mean, he also wrapped himself up in this situation to begin with. He's not entirely innocent. There's a reason that he is wrapped up in this situation, and it's not some big conspiracy against him. I don't think, anyway. That's really it. That's all I got, because I don't have any info on it.
Like we said, there's a lot we don't know.
I still think he's a douchebag.
There's a lot I don't want to know about this, I feel like, too.
I mean, I couldn't care less. He didn't kill anyone. I mean,
well, here's my thing. You're talking about how he's fighting fire with fire.
Right.
There are guys who have done significantly worse.
Who?
And proven it.
Who?
Aroldis Chapman was firing a gun in his garage while beating his wife. Marcell Ozuna was arrested for beating his wife. Jose Reyes, again, these guys all got second chances or more money.
Right.
Bauer was proven legally innocent. Legally. Gets 2 years.
Okay, my thing with that is, though, they served their time for what was appropriate, what their investigation was. I'm not saying that MLB is, they have their own terms and everything. But Bauer was also in courts for a long time, in and out of court, he actually had to go to lawsuits, right? I'm assuming take the stand, and had a lawyer and all the whole. I think there is a difference there. I'm not saying that Aroldis Chapman, Ozuna, Reyes, Starlin Castro,
Herrera, there's a bunch of guys.
All of them. And then the worst of all, Felipe Vasquez, right?
Yeah. I wasn't including him because he has not gotten any sort of redemption or really any punishment. I don't think, really.
He got a punishment. He got kicked out of the fucking country.
Oh, they actually did deport him.
Yeah, they deported him.
Okay.
Once MLB found out, Rob Manfred cut his visa and sent him back to DR, Venezuela, wherever the fuck he's from.
But again, he didn't get that second chance, so
yeah, and he's never going to. So
rightfully so.
Yes. So I mean, it's circumstantial. I mean, everybody's different. I don't think you could really compare one guy to another. None of them were as heavily involved in a lawsuit as Bauer was. It's different. It just is, you know. That's it. That's all I got.
But do you think Manfred's opinion on Bauer played a massive role in this, or not at all?
Probably. I wouldn't be shocked. Would
Not
you?
at all. No. I feel like Manfred has a bit of an ego that he wanted to stroke a little bit.
I guess I do have an opinion on Manfred, and I think that if like we were talking about last week with the expansion, I think if he succeeds in getting an expansion within the next few years, I'll say that his reign as commissioner will have been a success. So, yeah,
A lot. It was a packed episode.
heavy ending.
Yeah. On the lighter side, we still haven't heard back from on the power play, so they're afraid to challenge
they're
us.
scared.
Yeah,
Obviously,
they're scared.
so
Pussies. Bunch of pussies. Go
go
check out the podcast.
Go check out Adam on Twitch, by the way.
Yeah, Adam hopping on Twitch doing the People's GM.
Uh-huh.
Starting in Jacksonville, starting a franchise down there. Apparently hockey works in Florida, but baseball doesn't. Makes no sense to me. Playoff time's right around the corner. It was right now, actually. Billy, you and I are in agreement. Playoff hockey is something else.
Playoff hockey is
We literally
exhilarating.
did not record the podcast because we're watching the triple overtime game between the Rangers and the Penguins.
It's
We're not
exhilarating.
talking about how it ended, though.
Rangers lost. I'm sorry.
But yeah, no, very excited for playoff hockey. Check out From the Tips. Golf is always going on. Brian and Rick, great job. Once the weather gets nice, I really want to hit a range with them.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they'll teach me a few things. Tri-State Sports Beat should be back soon. Don't ask me about the cut because I don't even know yet.
All right, I want to ask. Go get some merch. Hit all the links down in our bio. Go get some soap. Get merch. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook,
TikTok,
YouTube.
We're going to get used to
Spotify.
tossing that in there. Yeah.
Yeah, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Do it all.
Like, comment, subscribe, rate,
Boom.
review, download, share. Listen, the way we can provide better content for you is if you guys provide us a listening base. And, we're thankful for everyone who's listening so far. We're 115 episodes in. Billy's got a cup full of fucking seeds. So if you want to help us fund Billy's seed addiction, share the stuff. Tell your friends. Let's blow it up.
Let's do it, baby. Have a good one.
Peace.
It's Tito made.
Yee.